Hey, would you guys like to learn how to be popular in the 1940s?
No, absolutely not.
Now hold on, we're not very big yet. Maybe this will help us peek out in the algorithm.
There's that new girl in our math class.
I love his cowboy.
All right, I'm
just
stupid.
Why? You know her?
Not very
He's
well.
just shoving that whole thing in
Why are
his
you chopping
mouth.
the glizzy so sensually, Brad?
With some of the weird characters in this place.
You're so good.
Nothing like being
Slut!
popularity.
Getting hyper. Ugh.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I hate you.
Okay, Ellie.
I'm so disgusted. I'm gonna drink my milk through a straw.
Didn't they learn anything from Mr. Bungle, though? They shouldn't be talking with their mouths full.
Milk and water.
Hi, Ellie. Do you want some? No, thanks.
Perfect
Suppose you come and sit
combination.
with us? Oh, I'd love to, but you're almost
Yes,
finished.
I
So
am
what? We'll be there
human.
till the bell rings. I guess you know everybody, don't you, Carolyn?
Ah, yes, I am Zenlixenor 7. Do you like my new haircut?
Oh,
That's
yes.
what you humans
outstanding.
talk about,
Uh-huh.
I
right?
looked in on your rehearsal yesterday.
Wig.
We're all in on it one way or
Wig.
another. I'm on
Wig
the
log.
committee.
And Jerry and I are stagehands.
I will admit, I feel like
How about you,
I love how
Walter?
awkward this guy is.
Well, I'm a one-man team.
I love how awkward this guy is. He's just like, and Jerry and I are stagehands. Doesn't raise his hand, shrug his shoulders,
You sound
nothing.
like
He
you
just
need a helper.
stands there
Could
like
I
a
lend
stiff.
hand?
Would you? I mean, would you really?
Sure, I'd like it.
I
I
question
don't know
his
anything
shirt.
about props,
Jesus
but
fuck.
I could learn.
The tall guy is
Everyone in
just
the
wearing the
40s
weirdest
Lay off.
fucking
I saw
shirt.
her first.
How come everyone in the 40s is always eating like burgers and drinking milkshakes, yet they're super skinny?
Because that's the American way!
Would you meet me backstage at 3?
Okay.
Because they went to the
Let me
gym, I don't
explain,
know.
Because back in the day, between the 40s and the 50s, especially like even back in the day in general, nobody was sitting behind a computer. Everybody was always up and moving. They were going to dances. They were going to go. They always had other curricular activities on the way. So
I don't care. They're still only eating burgers and milkshakes.
last-
That's bad for them.
For the last time, my refrigerator is not running. Well, then you better go check it.
And then go over to Teen Town, maybe.
I want to bone your daughter!
Also, fuck you for trying to imply that I was stupid enough not to know that computers weren't a thing back then.
no, I'm not saying that. You didn't know.
Of course I know that shit.
Oh, the skating sounds like loads
You want to
of
get
fun.
on MS-DOS?
They didn't have YouTube.com, Ricky.
Oh, that's,
You need to be
oh,
able to decipher fucking binary code just to send a text message.
101101101.
Oh, you
Oh, I
dirty
love it when you
whore.
talk dirty.
Carolyn likes it better this way, too.
Carolyn likes it better this way, too.
I'm sure she does.
All right, Wally. On Saturday at 5.
Yeah.
I
Carolyn.
like it this way.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a...
Oh, well, she's gonna
Oh.
Tell
plan.
me why you were such a
Write it down in
fucking
my book.
mistake.
Wally, you're going to the team, whatever, date with Wally.
Or of being already an hour too late.
Do hair and nails, don't forget.
Yourself.
Listen, I do my hair and nails before I go on a date, and I do it in hours in advance, so I'm not late.
She had to. Is that a thing? Did they really have to remind themselves to freshen up?
I even know what to wear it with tonight if I
Oh,
Like, what,
Right.
those dug up
what does a guy's planner look like? Remember to take shit before getting in car?
Remember to not smell like the job you went earlier. Though at the farm.
Take my advice.
Remember
Don't
not to
smell like
like
you
the
just got-
farm.
Don't smell like the roadkill you keep finding on the highway.
Reminder, don't smell like coal mines at 7:30.
I never know what he's planned. He just says,
Oops,
"Here's
I
the
forgot.
prize,
He's just coming in, he's wearing like a fucking miner's cap with the light on it. And the
Covered in
suspenders
just
and
fucking
shit.
charcoal and shit.
I love the old vanity. It's so cute.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Jerry.
It's me, Jerry.
Oh, the props are coming along all right.
That's good.
That's good.
I don't know, Jerry.
I'm sorry, just the line delivery just slays me for some reason.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh
Ooh.
God,
What are you
he's
doing
trying to steal my
tonight?
girl.
Sorry, but I have a date for
All right,
tonight.
Casanova, maybe be a little less nasally. It sounds sensual.
Would you like to go to my
Well,
dance?
early next week.
Oh, I love it when you talk dirty.
Okay, Carolyn. Thanks a lot, just the same.
Gee, thanks. You're totally outrageous. Oh, wait, that's the 80s.
You gotta think, their standard of inappropriate was just ridiculous compared to our standard of inappropriate.
Sounds like you're asking her so late went over like a lead balloon, brother.
Asking her
Shouldn't have
over
done
late?
it.
What are you gonna do, man? Something horrible?
Maybe I'll just buy a prostitute.
Don't look like a slut, dear, when you leave the house.
Blow yourself.
Just the standard. Marry him if you
Oops,
don't
I
wear that
forgot
hat.
again.
Look at you already.
I look like a total slut.
That's a good deal.
Earmuffs,
That's a
what is
good
this man
deal.
planning to do to my daughter?
Everything, sir.
Meet my father. Dad.
Whatever the good Lord will allow me.
Well, hello, Ollie. How do you do, Mr. Ames?
Here I am, darling. And I suppose this is Wally.
That's right, Mrs. Ames. How do you do?
Well,
Oh,
thank
we
you.
found Wally.
Oh, excuse me a second. I forgot.
Look at
my
how
scarf.
unbelievably
How do you
polite initially meeting the parents is in this day and age.
Don't let me interrupt your eating, Mr. Ames.
I'll
Sup,
let you
fucker?
know.
I'm here to bang your
I've been
daughter.
with my
I was
guy
just
for
looking into
7
the world
years.
of
My
events
mom has
before we go
no
to dinner.
idea who I'm with or where I am, as far as I know.
I understand you're having
Just
a
so
little
we
trouble with
know,
the doctor, the play.
I like the way
Not
you
too
move
many
it.
now.
No diggity,
Much as
Charlie.
I hate to admit it, though, Carolyn has hunted down a lot
Honorific.
of things that we couldn't find any place.
Here I am, all set.
You'll like the way I look. I
Oh,
guarantee it.
Carolyn, I made some brownies today. Maybe
Motherfucker
you
looks
can
like he
help
comes
me.
fresh out of a fucking
There's milk
noir
in the
film.
icebox, too, isn't there? How does
Looking,
that sound?
looking like a men's
Gee, that
warehouse
sounds
model.
good. We'll take you up on it, Mrs.
Over
Ames.
here looking like
Thanks.
Bruce Wayne.
That is a good idea. Nothing is
Look
more
what I found in the
casual
paper, honey.
and
It's a
more
pile
fun
of shit.
than raiding the icebox after a date.
It's like,
And it doesn't cost
you have to
anybody a
think
lot of
how
money.
socially inept people must have been
Folks know when we'll
in
be-
order to need a tutorial
We'll
on
be home
this
before
shit.
11, Mother.
No, it
Wally
really,
used his
it really
hat.
wasn't more so the
Carolyn's
fact that people
family
were
can
socially
relax,
inept.
because
Back
she has
then,
told them they can count
there
on
was
her
a
being
social
home at some
standard that you
definite
had to
time.
meet. So everybody had to be prim and proper. Everybody had to be on time. Everybody, it was just proper respect back then. It was the norm
Carolyn
to
and
be
Wally are on their way
this
to a good time
prim.
this evening.
Well,
And to lots
we
of
just
good
went
times
prim for a
with
moment,
each
had a
other
little
and with their
impromptu
crowd at
snowball
school.
fight.
Because they're friendly, they're interested in other people, and they're
Man, no
considerate
wonder the
of
rock and
other
roll
fellows,
revolution happened.
because
Holy
they
fuck.
know what it takes to be
I
This is
I
like-
know this because my family.
That's all.
I was my mom and my grandparents. I mean, my grandparents were born in like the 30s, and they got married in the 50s. And my grandma was only 16, and my grandpa was like 18, and they had my mom and my uncle, and my aunt by the time they were like 23 and 24. So it was very normal back then, and having those
Yeah.
values being instilled into a millennial is very it's very different because a lot of the people I grew up with, they didn't have baby boomer parents. They had grandparents that were baby boomers.
Yeah, it's like, don't you dare waste that conversation. You know how hard that is to come by?
And it's more so like, oh, you're supposed to always look neat and groomed. Well, yes, you're supposed to. It was more of like, you have
You know-
to. It was more of like a higher standard.
Yeah, I think that shit kind of like fell out of style once we had like a fucking war. And then people were just like, does it matter how I act?
Well,
I
when
could
the
die
60s kind of came
tomorrow.
around, it kind of just like shifted that whole revolution of prim and proper.
I know, right? Well,
And
that
then the
was like the
70s,
most...
and then the burning bra era, which technically wasn't true, was kind of a myth, if I'm correct.
It was like, what was it? Like
Eh.
the 50s and 60s was the most major cultural revolution we had in the United States or
Yeah.
something.
Just think, the 60s and to the 80s, they were America's teenage angst years.
Mmm.
Please.